feel like we are off. But who's really off? Shalom. Giving all praise and glory to the Most High and Mashiach Yahushai, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai. Excuse the noise, but it's Esau's Independence Day, 4th of July, 1776, right? What was happening with us? 14, almost what? I can't even count the number of years ago that was. But we were in captivity, slavery and bondage. July 4th, 1776. Here our people is celebrating it like it's something that's all right for them. And it's terrible. It's a terrible thing, you know. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. This is your mind on ignorance. Just take that egg. This is your mind on drugs. Just take that egg and fry it. That's your mind in ignorance. Not knowing what you're supposed to know according to what you got to know to make it. I can see the Most High sending his angels back to do what they're going to do on one of these pagan days, and our people out there doing what they're doing, getting caught up. And those of you that know the truth, and you get caught up behind, you know, family saying, oh, it's a day we have off, it's a time that, you know, we all can come together and everybody be torched at the same time because you know better. So let's look at this because it's very important that it's a sacrifice too. You know, sometimes it hurts because you want to do what everybody else is doing, or not necessarily do what everyone's doing, but you want to be amongst everyone, but then it's a sacrifice not to do what's right. That's what's right, to do what's right. When you do that, instead of following the crowd, following what everybody else going to do. I was going to say, you can go to hell any way you want to, just don't try and take me with you. You know? And that's what's happening. And you know how people that will find excuses to justify, you know, going to a 4th of July party, a 4th of July gathering. And you know good and well when you go there, you got the beef on right here. Pick the beef off, you put the pork, they put the pork down on the same grill. Got their little shrimps over here, and lobster. They live in lodge, right? All abominations, you know. Except for the beef, you know, you can eat beef. But it's a shame, you know, that our people still caught up in the heathen, learned the way of the heathen, and still caught up in it until this day. Man. So let's look at something. 4th of July. And then when you look at the days that we have our victory over our enemies as the Israelites, nobody even knows when those days are. Even some of you in the truth don't know. You know. You're not honoring those days, but you know what this day is. Oh, this is July 4th. Oh, Independence Day. Not independence for us. You still ain't free, but you think you're free. Because you had to blow up some firecrackers, blow your fingers off. Many people gonna blow their fingers off today. Stupid stuff. I mean, it's not anything pertaining to the knowledge of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushai, what we should be doing in trying to better ourselves before the Most High, before He bring that fire and brimstone. Better look at how all the disasters, I mean, we had so many disasters in 2017, beyond imagination. There was so many disasters. You see how the Most High still got that volcano over there in Hawaii erupting, scorching everything in its path. So Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father, by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. We give all praise and glory to His holy name, because He's worthy to be praised. So, you know, we got to look at this because the Most High told us, go to Jeremiah 10, the 10th chapter. And I want to just bring out a few scriptures pertaining to where we at, where we were, where he said don't go to, and here we are there. Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel, O family of Israel. Thus said the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. See? He said, learn not the way of the heathen. That's very important. Because he told us he's going to scatter us among these heathen. And we're going to serve wood and stone. All these different religions that they set up for us to follow. Those that, you know, was caught up in that and follow that. But see, we weren't supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be a holy people unto the Most High, true and pure unto Him. Look, we just went off and did so many things that displeased the Most High. Look at Psalms 106:35. He said, learn not the way of the heathen, right? That's the other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. When we go amongst these lands that these nations had and have, since we scattered among all nations, they don't learn their ways. So we're not supposed to be learning the way of the heathen. You're not supposed to be celebrating the things that they celebrate. We have holy days, you know, that we follow. Holy convocations. We have days that we got the victory over our enemies, which most don't even know. They don't have a, you know, day of Nicanor, day of Simon, you know, book of Esther. They're not celebrating that in the church, you know, because they're not reading the Bible for what it says. But Psalms 106:35. And what you're going to do, you're just going to follow the leader. You got a bunch of robots and robotees. That's all you are. Because you're following something that they set up for you to follow. And all it is making money. Psalms 106:35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. So there it is. He said, learn not the way of the heathen. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols. You know, that's what you're looking at. You're serving their idols and tell them what they're doing today. Human night sacrifices, they doing all of that. People that you see on the walls of Walmart, where they at? They pull them out of them cages and start sacrificing them. On these days that you having a good time, they having a good time watching you, you know, have a good time as they're killing people and sacrificing them and so forth. But that's another story. They say, and they served their idols, which were a snare, which is a trap unto them. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. See? What's the difference? If the devil say, hey, this is what we're going to celebrate, you let your children learn the way of the heathen. So they sacrificing their children, their sons and their daughters, their children, to devils. See? And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. See, no different than it is now. You take your children, you give them over to the devils, you know, but don't get it twisted. Devil means deceitful and evil people. It don't matter who it is. If they deceitful and evil, if you ain't following thus say the Most High, then you deceitful and evil. Straight up. You can't get good out of something that's evil. Where is that at in the Bible? 4th of July. Where is it at that we say, he says we're supposed to celebrate and have these feast days of the heathen that they celebrate? It says, verse 39, thus they were defiled with their own works. See? It's like they defiled with their own works and following this day. And went a-whoring with their own inventions. See? Israel add flavor to wickedness. You know? Therefore was the wrath of the Most High kindled against his people, the 12 tribes of Israel, so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. He hated us because of what we did. He said, don't do it. We did it anyway, just like it is today. He gave them to the hand of the heathen. And they that hated them, not loved them, but they that hated them ruled over them. Their enemies also oppressed them as they are oppressing us now, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Here we are today. So, how does the Most High feel about this feast day? Everybody barbecuing and getting drunk and doing the things that they do. Most High, he could care less about this. Look, go to Amos 5:21. Is the 4th of July a feast day? They barbecuing. People, normal traders to barbecue on 4th of July. This is what the Most High said. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies when you come together. Say, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Some people, they frying the turkey. They doing all kind of things. You know, got your big hog. Some people, they put a hog in a hole and barbecue it and all. They supposed to say, you hate your feast days. You're not with this. Why? Because we're not following, as a people, what he would have us do. He wants us to be holy, as he is holy. Look at 1 Kings 8:43. We gotta learn the proper discipline of how we should be in being obedient. This is what King Solomon was praying to the Most High in 1 Kings 8:43. Say, hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calleth to thee for, that all people of the earth may know thy name, to fear thee. That's the Most High. To fear the Most High, as do thy people Israel, and that they may know that this house which I have built is called by thy name. See, that's what we got to look at, people. We got to look at calling on the Most High name. You can't call on this name if you wicked. He don't want to hear nothing from the wicked. He's mad. He's angry with the wicked every day. There's no day go by that he ain't angry with the wicked. And it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So that's why it's very important that we look at what's right. We learn what's right. We do what's right. That's why you got to apply this in your life. Not just listen and think you got it because you heard it. No, you got to learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. It's a lifestyle. And without this, you're going to be burning. Worms never die and the fires never quench. You got a choice, like I say. Like the Bible says, to choose life or death. So we got to really look at this for real and to the best of our ability, do the best we can to please the Most High before he lift this mercy and grace off of us and we caught up in it. Look at Philemon. We gotta be disciplined. We gotta learn to be reprogrammed from being programmed in ignorance, not knowing. Look at Philemon verse 6. Philemon verse 6. That the communication of thy faith may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior. You hear that? So that the communication of thy faith, communication of your belief in the Most High, and the spiritual power that you have from the Most High may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you. Every good thing that's in you by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. that we have great joy and consolation in thy love, because the bowels of the saints, the children of Israel, are refreshed by thee, brother. See, that's like, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be refreshed by our brothers, so that, like I say, our faith, man, could be strong, effectual, have an effect. I'll say effectual, but our faith will have an effect in our life. Because you're not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith you have in the Most High, by Hashem Mashiach, I would say, in the name of the Lord and Savior. You do nothing unless He have His hands in it. You understand everything that we're doing. Ezekiel 21:4. So our faith has to be strong. We got to believe this, and let nobody detour your faith this way or that way. You got to keep going straight ahead. That's one thing that you can't lean on. You can't lean on anybody else's faith. You got to lean on your own faith. You got to believe yourself. Look what he said. Ezekiel 21:4. It says, seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh, from the south to the north. For what the wicked done, the Most High took and cut off the righteous and the wicked from the land of Israel. We all went into captivity. It wasn't just because we all were wicked that we went into captivity. Everybody was in captivity. You see, Ezra, he's in captivity. Daniel's in captivity. Jeremiah's in captivity. These are righteous men that the Most High spoke with through the Spirit, through His Spirit, to write these books. They're still in captivity, though. The righteous and the wicked. You see? So when you look at the judgment that's coming on this earth, yeah. Y'all say it's some righteous other nations, they still go into captivity too. With the wicked of their nations. Most High has no respect of person. It's going down just like that. So when you look at Isaiah for us today, Isaiah 40. Let's look at let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 19. Ecclesiasticus 19. We'll get that later. Ecclesiasticus 19, and I want to read verse 29 and 30. Ecclesiasticus 19, 29 and 30. A man may be known by his look. Say, a man may be known by his look. And one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and game show what he is. So, you know, a man can be known by the way he look. That's why we supposed to look just like an Israelite. You know, oh, that's a brother over there, okay. But I see brothers carry their garments. They look like normal people, and they carry their garments just to go out for street teaching. Then pack it up, pack it back up, back to normal looking. It's like everybody else. Well, some people don't even be concerned about how they look, period, as an Israelite. We have our look. Why we can't have our look? Everybody else have their look. But we'll nitpick on each other and have fringes and border of blue on. Nitpick on whatever you see a brother have on, how it's supposed to be this way, that way. Just something to be able to have division among each other, not unity. Listen. A man may be known by his look. But how you be known if you're an Israelite if you look like a heathen? This day you look like everybody else. Going to the 4th of July party. And one that had understanding by his countenance. When thou meeteth him, you can tell the brother. All their brothers, like they have old saying, "Oh, you have a glow about you, like a halo around you. You're bright." A man's attire, that's what you wear. In excess, laughter and gain and gait show what he is. You see. That's why you got to be in the spirit to know how you're supposed to be at all times. Like Paul said, he became all things to all men. But excess of laughter is something wrong with you. Somebody always laughing about everything. That's a problem. You giggle about everything, no matter what it is. You giggle about it. Something wrong with you. That's something is definitely wrong. Everything you laugh about, something definitely is wrong. Look at 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. So a lot of you say, "Oh, I could do what I want to do. You know, I know that I can go and I can, handle myself the way I'm supposed to handle yourself." But then you're a bad, let's say one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch. You got other people looking at you and what you're doing and how you carry yourself. That's why it says, 1 Corinthians 15:33, be not deceived. Don't be fooled. Don't allow the devil to deceive you. The devil means deceitful or evil person. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Evil communications corrupt good manners. So if you're dealing with the things that you know, the Most High just said, learn not to wear the heathen. It's a trap for us. As the Most High said, I hate your feast days when you can't even pray over it. It's an abomination just to pray over it. Because the Most High said he hated it. It's point blank. He hated it. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. So when you go there, be around your family members, you got to go around your friends, wherever you got to go. They evil. They corrupt your good manners. You following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's the only thing good, and the Most High is good. So you going around them, what you going to do? Oh no, I can't do that, I can't do that. You might as well not even can. Because you look at all the things going on, like they have pool parties, they walk around butt naked. Evil communications corrupt good manners. You got to control yourself. You know what it's going to be like. You know what it's going to be like before you even attend. Evil communications corrupt good manners. I mean, you're going to be evil along with that communication. You're going to start talking evil right along with the evil. If you're not strong, to know how to conduct yourself in the proper way. And then when you stand office, they're going to say, oh, something wrong with you. So why even deal with that? Well, you don't want something, your pride won't allow you to have your good manners because you got to fit in with everybody else. You don't want nobody to talk about you, so you're going to do everything that everybody else is doing. They jumping around doing this, you will do the same thing. That's evil though. Then the conversation is evil because it's not dealing with nothing concerning Isaiah 8 and 20. They ain't dealing with nothing spiritual. Oh, I remember I had to learn the hard way. Me and the brothers, we learned the hard way. You don't go to a place where Israel is having a good time, drinking and having a good time, and you open up street teaching. Nah. Isaiah 8 and 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. See? So when you go out there, they're not going to be speaking according to the Bible, what's right according to the word of the Most High. Who you know going to say, oh, don't put that pork, you can't eat no pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, and all the stuff that they eat normally. That's abomination. Who going to stand up and say, hey, that's wrong? Or are you going to eat, you know good well you just seen that pork come off of that grill and they put that hamburger, whatever it is they putting right there on it, you know they're gonna cook pork on that grill. You're gonna eat off of it, right? And it's, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to, like I say, it's a sacrifice. But Isaiah 8:20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. The light is the laws, y'all. Proverbs 6:23. You know, Mashiach Shai is the light. Showing us how to be that light. Follow the laws of the Most High. Are they doing that? No. Show me the Bible where Mashiach Shai, Jeremiah, Isaiah celebrated 4th of July. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. But let us tell it, we know. And how many times have I heard, the Most High know my heart. Look, Job 7:9. Job 7:9. See, therefore, I will not refrain my mouth. See, I'm not going to be quiet. So I will not refrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. Don't sound like no love speech. See, I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Why not? Because it's abominations being done. Most I said, learn not to wear the heathen. You doing it? Why it's going down like it is. 1 Corinthians 5:6. 1 Corinthians 5:6. Your glory is not good. Your glory is not good. Like I say, through the laws and testament, they speak not according to this word because there's no light in them. So their glory is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven, a little wickedness, leaveneth the whole lump, makes the whole crowd wicked? You heard what we just read. The Most High took the righteous and the wicked into captivity, kicked us out the land of Israel. Oh, the Most High know my heart. Some of you Israelites probably saying the same thing. No. Your glory is not good. Uplifting yourself, thinking it's okay. It's not okay. Know ye not that a little leaven, a little wickedness, leaveneth the whole lump? A little wickedness will make the whole, like I say, one bad apple spoil the whole bunch, right? So a little leaven, leaveneth the whole bunch. You look at it, he put you in the same pot as the rest of them. You trying to separate yourself. No, you can't separate yourself because you're dealing with the same thing. 1 Corinthians 5:4. By Shama Mashiach Yahushua. When ye are gathered together, you say, when you gather together in my spirit with the power of our power of Mashiach Yahushua. You see that? We got to be gathered together with the spiritual power in the name of the anointed Savior. That's the Most High going to give us. Sometimes you might have to do this, to deliver such a one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh. For the destruction of the flesh. And what they're doing, that's off. And you know it's off. That the spirit may be saved in the day of Mashiach Yahushua, our Master. That the spirit might be saved when that judgment comes upon them. But Job said, he's not going to be quiet. That's why the Most High told us. We got to adhere to the Most High's word. Or, for our prayer, like I said, you got a choice to choose life or death. And we the ones that's been set up to tell our people what's right from wrong. So, whether they're here for bad, we got to do it. We have to do it. We don't have no choice. Isaiah 58:1. Isaiah 58:1. He said, cry aloud. Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice. Lift up thy voice. That's your voice like a trumpet. And show my people their transgression. In the house of Jacob their sins. See? We got to tell them what's right. Or, many times I'll take the scripture where you're going to be held accountable. If you there, you involved with it, you're going down. That's why I say the most I say will get you first. Look around, they be having fun. Next thing you know, you done fainted. Something happened to you. You get all messed up because you know better. You should know better. But, you know, to each his own. Everybody want to just, you know, follow the crowd. Like I say, it's going to come a day when the mercy and grace going to be lifted up. 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. And we're going to look at the 10th verse. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation. See, Paul said he's a wise master builder. He laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereon. So the foundation been laid. A lot of times, you know, your people know about what you're involved in as being a Hebrew Israelite, our culture. You know, you should be told them something. So if they want to continue to do whatever they're doing, that foundation has been laid. You got to lay that foundation. That's why I say, cry aloud, show our people their transgression, how they breaking the laws of the Most High. You said, according to the grace, was getting something that you don't deserve of the Most High. You know, the grace and mercy is only to the Israelites. I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay that then that is laid, which is Mashiach Yahushua. We build it upon him. It starts out with him. That's why I say try the spirit by the spirit, whether or not they are the Most High. You know, every spirit that confesses that Mashiach Yahushua is come in the flesh is of the Most High. Every spirit that confesses not that he's come in the flesh is not of the Most High, but it's that spirit of anti-Mashiach. They're against him. So it says, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. It will be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. See? That's why we got to really take heed to this. You cannot fall prey to what you might think is right and not know what's right. Hold that. Get Jeremiah 23 and 29. So Mashiach Yahushua, when he come back, says, is not my word like as a fire? So you can be tried by the word of the Most High. You think it's not important? You think going over these precepts and taking the time to show the Most High that you really want to make it, you slacking that, then hey. He said, is not my word like as a fire, said the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? Come on. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. Going back to 1 Corinthians 3. Verse 13. Every man's work, whatever you're doing in this mortal body, shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it. We're going to look at that day. That's going to declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. It's be revealed by fire through the word of the Most High, and how you have applied the works that you have in these mortal bodies, done unto the end, whatever time that is. And the word of the Most High is judging you. And with the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. So it's going to be judged by what's right and wrong. Plus, if you're not right, you're going to be, let me not bring it forth, but let the Most High bring it forth through His Word. Go to. So I don't want to, jump the gun. Look at Revelation 20. In verse 11. And I saw a great white throne, power, rulers, and authority, righteous power, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. You see? So who is this on this throne? Go to 2 Corinthians. Hold that. Go to 2 Corinthians, 5th chapter. And we're going to look at the 10th verse. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For you must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach. That's who's sitting on that white throne, giving the judgment of the Most High. That everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. So going back to Revelations. So whatever you've done in this mortal body shall say, you're going to give an account when that judgment comes. Going back to Revelation 20 and 11 again. And I saw a great white throne. That's power and authority that the Most High has given to Hamashiach to judge for him. And him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High and Hamashiach, and the books were open. See? Books. These books are recording everything that we do in this mortal bodies. You see? So these books going to be open. Which is it says, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books. You see? According to their works. According to what you have done in these mortal bodies. You want to continue to do the things that's off, that's wicked, that's abomination, then the Most High going to deal with you as accordingly. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged, every man according to their works. Just told you, Hamashiach is going to be the judge. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. See, death and hell are going to be cast into the lake of fire in this second death. And whosoever, listen to this carefully, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. There it is. So if your name is not written in the book of life, cast into the lake of fire. See, nobody really, not enough I think is really, pushing the fact of how do you have works that will be profitable for you so your name can be written in the book of life. Just knowing what we're going to be, putting yourself in the kingdom already. Don't put your name in the book of life. You reading what's going to happen in the kingdom, you don't know if you're going to be there or not. You heard what the Most High just told us, right? He said the wicked and the righteous and the wicked. He kicked out of the land of Israel behind what the wicked done. Going back to 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the Most High bringing that fire. That's how He's going to purify this earth and destroy a lot of people. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Remember it said, Your name not written in the book of life will be cast into the lake of fire. That's that fire right there. If any man's work abide which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. See? If your work abide which you have built thereupon, in the name of the Lord and Savior, you're going to find a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. So you're going to suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. You see? And that's the word of the Most High. We define that in Jeremiah 23 and 29. Just how you're going to be judged. It's like to the law and to the testament. They speak not according to this word because there's no light in them. You're going to have to come back to the Most High's laws. You've got to keep those laws. Fear the Most High. Have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. Look at 1 Corinthians 14. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. Everything you do have to be done decently and in order. Most I deal with order. Point blank. You know, without, look at verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion. See, the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. See, that's how you know that you're going right, when you have peace. Mashiach Shai said his peace he gonna give us. But if you out of order, then you got to make sure that, because order, when you out of order, then you bring what? Chaos. It's chaotic. But when you're in order, then you can see that you're going to have this peace. You'll have peace. But it's a special peace. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12. They still firing up. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Wisdom is proper application of knowledge. It says, yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. So, if you're not really seeking out wisdom, and which is proper application of knowledge, then how do you expect the Most High to guide you in the proper direction when you're not really seeking after wisdom? Something else is more important than the wisdom of the Most High. To know what this word is saying. Knowing what he wants you to know. See, this is why we have to look at how to conduct ourselves every day. Not just this day, but every day. So when you conduct yourself every day as an Israelite, then you know better than to do the things that's going to displease the Most High. He call you a fool because you know better, but you still going to do what's wrong. Then you be compromised. You can't, ain't no compromise. Show me where the Most High compromised. He ain't compromised unless one of our brothers or sisters really cried to him and he changed his mind for destroying us, destroying our enemies. He would come through for us. But if not, on his own, man, he said, hey, he ain't repenting. You don't have to. He told us what we're supposed to do. We do it. And we that are righteous got to, bear the infirmities of the weak. Because they don't know. And we know, you know, and you don't do what's right, then you're going to have to pay. Jump down to verse 17. Wisdom Solomon 6 and 17. For the very true beginning of her, which is wisdom, is the desire of discipline. Hear that? The very true beginning of her, which is wisdom, is the desire of discipline. You know how to conduct yourself and be in order. That's order. Discipline. And the care of discipline is love. And we know the love is 2 John 6. But this love, keep the Most High's commandments. St. John 14 or 15. But this is love. If you love me, keep my commandments. So my Shekhar said, 1 John 5 and 3. But this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So verse 18. And love is the keeping of her laws. There it is. Another scripture. And love is the keeping of her laws. And the giving heed unto the laws is the assurance of incorruption. The assurance of incorruption. You hear that? So you won't be corrupted. Because you don't. You follow what the heathens doing. You follow what their day is. You know what they were doing. You can't even imagine what they were doing on July 4th, 1776. They came from the north to the south, visiting their relatives, wherever they came, from one town to the next town. And you was nothing but worse than cattle. Do anything to you. And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. You hear that? And incorruption maketh us near to the Most High. Following his laws make you near unto the Most High. He show you miracles. Man, do he show you miracles? Whew, boy. Wow. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. And that's what it's all about. We the kingdom of heaven. So the desire of wisdom, proper application of knowledge, bringeth to a kingdom. When you understand Proverbs 1 and 7, it brings us to a kingdom. And that's what it's all about. We got next. Whoever the Most High choose, Most High will. We got next. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. See? The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. And remember, wisdom is the proper application of knowledge, how to apply knowledge. But fools despise wisdom, see? Fools despise wisdom. You despise, a fool despise learning this knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the Most High. They don't see miracles. They don't see anything happening in their life that you know only the Most High could have happened. Hallelujah, to his holy name. It's supposed to be working for you some way or another. You got to have some testimonies that this is the truth. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. See? So you a fool if you despise wisdom, being showed the proper application of how you should conduct yourself in knowledge, and to tell you what to do. Instruction. Come on, we can learn from each other, because we know in part and prophesy in part. But if you so high-minded and so out of order that you can't learn from someone that's in order, and you corrupted, you can't learn from someone that's incorrupted. We're dealing with what we're dealing with concerning this truth, the word of the Most High, the laws of the Most High. Then how are you going to be following what it tells us here in Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. See, the desire of wisdom gonna bring us to the kingdom. But fools hate knowledge and instruction. Can't tell them nothing. You're a fool. So from there, we're gonna look at Wisdom of Solomon 6. And verse 17 again. For the very true beginning of her, which is wisdom, is the desire of discipline. Discipline. You gotta know how to conduct yourself and be in order. It's not going out void. Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter, 15th verse. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 15. For righteousness is immortal. It is righteousness is immortal. So what's righteousness? That means you're gonna live forever. You have an opportunity to live forever. What's righteousness? What we hearing is righteousness. We learn in righteousness. But what is righteousness? Look at it. Deuteronomy 6:25. Deuteronomy 6:25. And it shall be our righteousness if, this is a condition, you got to do this, we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power as He hath commanded us. See? That's our righteousness. And our righteousness, keeping the commandments of the Most High, going to bring us to everlasting life. You would have said in Wisdom of Solomon 1:15, for righteousness is immortal. See? Look at Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14. Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14. Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14. He hath mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve. That's definitely some mercy. You deserve to get it, but most I don't give it to you. He hath mercy on them that receive discipline, and that diligently seek after His judgments. See? So if you have discipline,